Well, just in time. Welcome, Sable and her raiders. I am prepared to be boarded. Please come aboard. All are welcome. Siobhan, welcome, DM Stretch. Light up the forge. Pretty good guy slanders, I think, right there. Light up the forge. I am boarded. I consider myself boarded. Dazzly, welcome. RPG Dinosaur Bob, welcome. Thanks for you guys popping into the Kahuna Quiet stream. I'm actually going to start a poll about that here in just a minute. I want everybody to be able to get on in before I start it. Yes, we have lit up the forge, as you can see behind me.
Do you want me to turn the fan off?
The forge is my... No, you're good with the fan. I'm good because it's warm in here. Because I have a forge burning.
Yes, I know.
So, with the forge burning, I need the fan.
Okay, well, the fan is burning. The fan is blowing. Whatever.
Mrs. Kahuna on the other side of the green screen.
I'm going to go start dinner.
She's going to go make dinner now. Welcome, Sable. Oh, Aaron, thank you. Thank you for boarding. Yes, it's rather hot because of the forge, so therefore the fan must stay on. Besides, it's been about 100-some degrees all week for almost the last 10 days. Over 100 degrees. We had a 107-degree day. It's supposed to be around 105 this weekend. It's just ugly. Yeah, also it worked perfectly well. Look, the forge. And I'm bouncing because apparently my chair is stuck underneath the desk. There we go. No longer bouncing. Yeah. The vagaries of working in a really small space. Toasty. No, Toasty is, sitting in front of a fire. This is more like hell. Just, biblical hell. It's just hot. I used to live in Arizona. I've lived in Vegas. Always amazed me, the whole, it's a dry heat. So's an oven. I don't need either one. Toasty, roasty, like a forge. Yes, except I'm not hammering anything. So, no fun there. So, for those of you who don't know, what I've been doing during the day is, my wife is a teacher. She's a middle school teacher, and we share a space. While I've got the 14 to 1500 degrees, you can have it. Anyway, behind the green screen is my wife's area to work in. She does, she's a middle school teacher. She's doing virtual teaching probably till at least the first of the year, if not longer. We don't know at this point. Well, she's really liking it because it used to be a 45-minute drive to work, and now it's about a 10-step drive. But she'll be back there for at least the next few months. Which means I really can't talk on stream during the day because it'll disrupt her school, her teaching. Every once in a while she does say, hey, and she, moves the green screen and has me wave hi to students, and we put the green screen back. So she's got the green screen behind her. It literally separates the two of us. So since I can't talk, I've been doing this Kahuna Quiet stream. It's a long stream, I'll tell you. I started up at about 8 a.m. and I run to about 3 p.m. That's because during that time, she starts teaching at about 7:40. She really doesn't finish her teaching till probably around a little after 2 o'clock when you count in meetings and open office hours she needs for her students and the whole 9 yards. So, yell, prepare to be boarded. Next time, maybe I'll do that. That or maybe next time she shows me off, I'll just go, aloha! And they'll all look at her like. Anyway, so, 8 a.m., 3 p.m., I do this Kahuna Quiet stream. I don't talk. I did come up with a video that I play periodically to let people know what's going on. I created a little video. And that way people know, okay, this is why he's not talking. And, I'm here. Chat away. There's really no topic. It's me. And then what I do is I actually came up with a way to pull the information from the Anvil Streams channel on the World Anvil server, and whenever somebody posts their stream into that channel, if they hit the publish button, which is in the top right of the post, once you have made the post, and it's sitting there, there's a little publish button. It looks like a megaphone. If you hit that, it will send that message to all the servers that follow that channel. For example, I have a channel on my server, on the Kahuna layer, that actually pulls those in. And anytime it shows up on mine, which is because someone put the click the announce button, the megaphone, it shows up in my server, it automatically puts their link up on top of the screen on the Kahuna Quiet. So you can see who the next stream is going to get ready to start. So that's what I've been doing. It's kind of like being a DJ. Yes, it's that Kahuna guy. So it's kind of like being a DJ or an MC or a host. And if you're just waiting for a stream, or you finish a stream and you don't know who's coming up next or whatever, pop on into Kahuna Quiet. I'll be there, and it's Monday through Friday from like 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. It probably won't be every single day, but most days I'm sitting here at my desk doing this, so why not? And, if you got questions, I'm there. I just can't talk, but I can show you stuff on screen. I think yesterday I was showing how to do some stuff in World Anvil. We can chat in the chat window. I just can't talk, that's all. So it's quiet, but I do play music. That's why I'm not getting all the great GM's announcements. Thought it wasn't working properly. It's guy not clicking the publish button. Yes, that's exactly correct. Now, there may be a workaround. We don't know. As I looked at it today, it looks like there's kind of a funky workaround using a bot, and I'm not sure that's something that World Anvil wants to get into. So unfortunately, Secondhand Samurai is the one who's been hitting the button, other than the streamers. And if the streamers don't hit the button, then he's got to go in there and manually do it. And man, the dude does enough as it is. He needs a break. So if you're a streamer, hit that button when you publish in Anvil Stream. So again, post your announcement, and then hit that megaphone button, and it's going to say, "Are you sure this is going to be sent to X number of channels or X number of servers?" Yes. Boom. Off it goes, and I'll know about it, and it'll pop up on my screen. It's really cool. So that's what Kahuna Quiet is. So RPG Dinosaur Bob on the button this morning. Exactly. And I did see yours, and yours popped up on my screen. Of course, it popped up after you started, but that's okay. I have a bot sending announcements. Perfect. Is it sending it? Well, here's the thing. If you announce, the other way to do your announcements, and it's an extra step for you, but if you want to have yours pop up in my Kahuna Quiet stream, go to my server, and there is a stream announce channel. If you post it in there, it will also pick it up. So it picks up either from Anvil Streams or from my stream announce. Basically what happens is Anvil Streams sends it to my stream announce stream, and that's where my little trick picks it up and puts it on screen for me. So I've been calling it Kahuna Quiet. Some folks have jokingly been calling it Kahuna Radio. And I'm thinking, Kahuna Radio. Maybe. So I want you guys, if you feel up to it, to vote in a poll. And the poll is very simple. Right now it's called Kahuna Quiet. Should I rename it? Right now you got 4 choices on that. One is, Kahuna Quiet's great. One is, rename it Kahuna Radio with KAHU. Or Kahuna Radio KASC. Or, rename it, but you give me a name for it and toss your vote in there. So all you got to do is do ! vote, and you can either vote no, KAHU, KASC, or other. And let me know what you guys think. We'll go, and that poll's open for about the next 40 minutes, so a few minutes before we finish the stream, we'll have it. Dazzly Cat, you got to put your choice after the vote. So put exclamation point, vote, and then your choice. It's one of those 4. And we'll go from there. So, that's where that is. Spent the day today playing with assorted things, a lot of background stuff. And one of the things I did today was start to post to YouTube the different streams, the different clips of the Kahuna Read stream. I've got 3 of them up. I think I have one more I have to put up. Yep, just one more. It's actually uploaded already, but all I need to do is go ahead and finish that. Let me switch over to the screen share, and you guys can kind of follow along with what I'm doing. So if you've never done this, you'll get a basic idea. So let me switch over. And you guys hopefully can still hear me okay, because I think I have the microphone there. Yes, I'm there. Cool. All right. So, YouTube screen. This is when you go into your channel and you go into Channel Studio. Dazzlycat voted on no. Siobhan voted no. Oh my. No. No and KASC are tied with Kahuna Radio, KAHU, as second place between the other 2. So, I wonder if I should suppress who voted on what. No is to keep Kahuna quiet. Correct. What do the acronyms stand for, by the way? KAHU is just short for Kahuna. KASC is K. For those who aren't familiar with North American radio, in particular U.S., a K is a station, a broadcast station of any kind, radio or TV, from the Mississippi River west, and then W is used for the Mississippi River and east. So, for example, there can be a KABC, which is an ABC affiliate in Los Angeles, or WABC, which is the ABC affiliate in New York. So, KABC, WABC, they're both ABC affiliates, but each one has a name. So, KAHU just was a funny one because it's Kahuna. KASC, Anvil Light Streaming Corps. That's what the KASC went for. And then, if you like Kahuna Quiet, awesome. There's the votes. And good thing. Good, you can hear me fine. All right, so this afternoon, what I did was I went into Twitch, and I don't know how many of you are actually doing this, so maybe I should take that extra step back and go into Twitch. And one of the things you can do really easily in Twitch is create clips. Clips are just shorter pieces of different videos. Keep in mind, you wanted to vote for Kahuna Radio, but which one? KAHU or KASC? So, clips are shorter pieces of your stream. Keep in mind that Twitch is only keeping these streams, I think, even for an affiliate, I think it's only about 14 days. I think you got to be a partner to get longer than that. So, you have to do this fairly quickly to take advantage of it. Zog got moderated back out again. I'm going to have to check my moderation. I thought I fixed that. Yeah, unfortunately, Zog, for some reason, every once in a while, the bots don't like his name. I started taking to spelling it Z-A-W-G because they don't like Z-O-G. We found out that there is an anti-Semitic group that uses Zog. And so that's a bit of an issue. So let me go to video producer here. Yeah, you got modded, DM. It's Zog. So, like I said, spell it Z-A-W-G, it won't care. I actually had that conversation with Zog one day. You're going to have to catch the clip of this. Running a Zoom meeting in 15 minutes. Oof. Good luck to you. At some point, I'll have to tell you guys my story about a Zoom classroom today. which made me very unhappy. Okay, so anyway, so you go into, if you're on Twitch, you go into your video producer. And what you can do is go down to clips. They'll be on the left-hand side of the screen. Go into clips. And what you're going to do is create... I'm sorry, no, you're... I oopsed. You're going to go into video producer. See, even I messed this stuff up. And I know what I was going to talk about. All right, so you'll see that if you... It's like running Kahuna Help now. So you can see it says highlight here. Well, on any one of these, highlight is an option. So what you can do is you can click on this. Like this is the one I read from eSong over the weekend. And you open this up, and it gives you a little screen here. And, well, okay. You could click watch, you can click download, but you can also, oh, I know why, because I was actually a clip. I need to show you a non-clipped one. Bye, Bob. Have a great evening. Hopefully we'll see you soon. World Amble just came in with one viewer. Thank you, World Amble. We'll take everybody. We welcome all to the Kahuna letter. Okay, so let me take one to one. Okay, here you go. So Kahuna Quiet. Now you can see on Kahuna Quiet it says highlight. This August 18, well, actually, let's go to Kahuna Reads. The August 16 Kahuna Reads. Okay, that was Sunday's show. And you see it says highlight. So if you click highlight, this takes you to a new screen. So again, video producer, look for the full version of the video and click on highlight. That will take you to another screen. And you can see my computer is blazingly fast. That's what happens when you make your poor little laptop do everything. So there it is. Now, what you're going to get is a player that has the entire video from that stream. And as you'll see here, this stream from start to finish with the opening starting soon clip to the very end, it runs about, I want to say it's an hour, hour and 8 minutes. Now what you'll see is a few buttons here. And really, there's only a couple you need to worry about. Right under here, you can see it's highlighting there. That's a start button. Now, what you can do is, and this is as simple as it gets. You'll see on the top left here, highlight. So now what I can do is I can name the highlight, so I can change the name to whatever I want, right up in there. I can change the highlight to whatever I want. I can then just start this video. And you can see it's running already, but it was running through, oops. Okay, so it's queuing it up. So you let the video run, and then where you want to do the beginning of a clip, you'll look just underneath it right here at that start. When you hit the point in the video in your stream that you want to start a clip, all you do is click that start. And it will say, okay, that is where my video is going to start, where my clip is going to start. You can either watch to the end of it, or you can fast forward yourself right through until you find the spot where you want to end the clip. And then guess what? Press end clip. Right over here to the side of the start. Start, end. That's it. It will automatically, I'm going to hit end right here. And you will see that when I hit end, this clip now has been adjusted. It's not an hour and 8. It's 56 minutes because that's where it saw that the read head was. I can actually change this. If I want a 15-second clip, I started at 12:07. I can just go in here and say I want it to go 12:25. Okay? Oops. 12:25. And now that clip, as you'll see up here, is now 18 seconds. Okay? Oh, thank you, Siobhan, for hosting. Awesome. So if you look at it, you see now that clip is 18 seconds long. That's it. That's all it takes. You can name it whatever you want. You can put it up there on the... You can change it where it says Highlight Kahuna Reads, but whatever you want there. What I do is I take Highlight off, I type Kahuna Reads, and then the name of the article that I read. That's it. Then, when you go back, when you're finished, click Publish Highlights, and your highlights will appear under your collections. And so that is where, under Video Producer. They'll show up under Video Producer. And here is where you'll see all the clips you've made, all these little edits. And again, my lightning fast computer, there it is. So you can see this afternoon I made the Kahuna Reads. That was Chief was Esong's article. Kahuna, the sleep one was RPG Dinosaur Bob's. Mark of the Snake was Mark of the Snake. Stormbrill's. And As Only a Soldier Can was Sable Aradia's. So now I have those all separated out because I went through and did that clipping job. They're all separated out into separate little clips that you can watch. And they run anywhere. These are running anywhere from 5.5 minutes to 16. Much shorter clips. Once you're done with that, you can click on Download on the right. Now, if it's the first time you're downloading, it will take a few seconds because it's going to need to actually compile the clip to be able to be downloaded. It's actually formatting it for a download. It formats it into an MP4. So you can use that pretty much anywhere. And that is when you're going to go to your channel videos once you've downloaded it and just do a video upload like you would any other video. That's it. Upload your video. If you have named it, it should carry the name over into the new video. And if not, you can always go and edit these when you're done. And now you can have a YouTube channel that hosts all of the stuff you've done for however long you keep it there. Because the YouTube channels don't limit the amount of time they stay on there, as opposed to Twitch, which will wipe them out periodically. So now you have a way to take it that extra step and keep stuff on there, and then hopefully you get some subscribers so people will start coming back to watch it. Host Train, is that anything like Soul Train or Conga Line? Host Train, I like it. Thank you, Siobhan. Yeah, so I have a grand total of 8 subscribers. So if you feel like it, just search for me on YouTube as Kahuna the Elder, because I don't have enough subscribers to have my own name up there yet. I'm short by 92. So search for me for Kahuna the Elder. If it was in the last 2 weeks, it's up there now. If not, it's going to take me a little longer to get the older ones up, but I will get them up hopefully within the next week or two. And that, my friends, is how you do the YouTube uploads. Now you get my ugly mug back. Or you can sync your Twitch to YouTube, go back to your video content, and export direct. Yes, you can do that. However, I find it easier to do the clips in Twitch than in YouTube. When I do the live, I actually run a live straight to YouTube in most cases. I don't think I did one this weekend. No, the last one was 8/9. So for some reason I forgot to hit YouTube this weekend, so I can upload that whole stream. But you can broadcast straight live. Which ones are not? Well, heck, I got a couple of them that are not. What are those? Yes, I was going because I was going to start this as the showing you how to do the final step. So let me go back to the screen here. I didn't show you the final step. I knew I left one like that for a reason. There it is. All right. So this last one is As Only a Soldier Can, which was from Sable Aradia's. Now, as you can see, it's still set as a draft. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here and click Edit Draft. And that is going to open up a separate window. So the first thing it's going to ask is, what's the title? The title came over with the Twitch video. So that wasn't a problem. So I just go in here and say, whoops, As Only a Soldier Can. It'll catch up with me in a minute. By Sable Aradia on Kahuna Reads. I probably just completely mistyped that. Oh yeah, Kahuna Reads. Kahuna Reads. That should be right. All right, pick a thumbnail. With these, I tend to clip them just to the story, so I just pick any thumbnail that looks okay. I always put it on. I have a specific playlist for the Kahuna Reads shows, so you can get the clips from it. So that's done. So I pick a playlist for it to go to. Here's an important thing, and this is required on YouTube videos now. Is this video made for kids? Oh, by Diane Morrison. I'm sorry. We will change that. So, got it. And if I spelled it right, but I didn't. So, there we go. All right. Is this video made for kids? Here's the problem. It's required. If you say it's made for kids, you are subject to a lot of rules about what's in that video. As a rule, most of the stuff I deal with is not made for kids. It doesn't mean it has any foul language or it's gory or anything like that, but it's just not written for kids. I pretty much always pick no, not made for kids because of that reason. It keeps me from running afoul of stuff. I edit my videos anyway to out the coming soon screen and any unnecessary quiet patches. Yeah, and that's kind of what I'm doing. You can still export the highlights you made directly to YouTube because they will appear in your Twitch content list. You know, I'm going to have to check that out because I have not tried that. So thank you for that tip because I still have stuff to export. So I'll do the clips and then see what I can do. So anyway, back to the kid thing. So I always at this point say, no, it's not made for kids. That way I don't run afoul of any ugly rules. All right, so let's see. More options. I always put in here tags. If you do have paid endorsements in here, somebody gave you a product for placement or endorsement or something, put it in there. You're safest that way because they do have policies. And while most of us are small enough that they're really not going to pay attention, all it takes is one person to complain and you can get yourself into some trouble. Tags. I always like putting in tags like, well, Kahuna Reads, because it helps people find that. I also like putting in the author's name so other people can search and find it that way. And I like putting in the name of the article. And frankly, since most of this is based in World Anvil, I give them a shout out too. So I put 4 tags in there. That way people who are looking for World Anvil stuff, looking for Diane, for Sable, Diane stuff, looking for my Kahuna Read stuff, or looking for specifically the name of an article, they're going to find it. At least they'll have a lot easier time finding it because it's tagged that way. When it comes to subtitles, I do not do my own subtitles. YouTube, a lot of times, does a decent job with subtitles. I'm actually quite surprised. So I just simply say that it's English. And I do say it's United States because I frankly use that language. And then the licensing is pretty standard. I always put in entertainment because I don't have another YouTube category that really fits. Yeah, no more than 8 tags. If you go more than that, it just kind of messes things up. So you want to find the stuff. Think of it this way. If I was going to search for this video, what are the things I'm most likely to search for? They might be searching for me. They might be searching for Diane. They might be searching for the name of the article. They might be searching for World Anvil. Those are the most likely things. I mean, voice acting fiction? Maybe. But I doubt it. All right, so you go on to next. Once you fill those out. The next screen, this one I actually like. And it's something that it's done almost completely for you. And this is where you add an end screen and cards to the video. Now, the end screen is that thing that pops up at the end of the video that shows, recommended video, recommended playlist, can even have your channel ID thing in the middle of it, which is the one I choose. Cards are the little tags that pop up periodically in the video that say, suggested. And I always suggest my playlist. So we're going to add in the end screen. And my favorite is, as I mentioned, the one where it has them on either side. Once this catches up with me. There it is. And you can see one video, one playlist. And that's roughly what it's going to look like. You're going to have my mug in the middle. On the left will be a video that YouTube will choose as the best for the viewer based on this video and based on their interests. They pick that. What I pick is the playlist. And you can see down here it's in red. And that's telling you, hey, you need to fill this out. So all I do is I go up to the element. And I want playlist. And I want the Kahuna Reads shows. Oh, wait a minute. It added an extra one here. What? What? Well, I can go away. Let me delete that. There we go. We'll put this one over here. All right. And you can see you can add other ones if you wanted to. So you can format this how you like. But now it's going to show a Kahuna Reads show. It's going to show a video that's best for the viewer and my logo in the middle. Done. Hit save. That happens at the end. It's that simple. The suggested one, to me, is even easier. Hit add for the add card. Up pops the screen. And now, on the left-hand side, it says select the type of card to begin. Now, you can either add a video, which is a link to a single video. There is a playlist, which is my playlist, which is what I usually choose. But you could also, there's... Oh, wow. We have hit 20,000 Kahuna crowns. Time to give away free stuff. Ding, 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 ding. Sorry. Had to do that. Anyway, so I always put in playlist. And you can see, it already pops up in the top right of the screen. Suggested Kahuna Reads shows. So, it's going to pop. If they click on that, it's going to go right to my playlist. And they'll see it. And it's that simple. You can adjust how much time it's there, but it'll do it fairly easily by itself. Just hit save. If you only want it on for 5 seconds, you can do it. I just go with the basics to make it quick for me. At some point, will I probably optimize those? Yes. But for right now, I'm doing the quick and easy way. You hit next. And the last thing is save or publish. Here you decide. Private, you only want people you invite to see it. Unlisted, as long as somebody knows the link, they can see it. Or public. Guess which one I want. If you want And here's an important one if you get higher up in the Twitch levels. Twitch says that you cannot publish this within 24 hours of the stream. That's part of the exclusivity from affiliate on up. So, can you live stream it? Yes, but you can't publish it again until later. And I think it's even iffy on can you actually live stream it both ways. But a lot of people do that, so I don't think it's too bad. But definitely you don't want to publish it on YouTube for 24 hours after. So if you're going to right away jump off stream and go and take care of the YouTube stuff, choose schedule. Because then you can tell it when to schedule it, and so you can simply schedule it outside of the time frame for Twitch. In this case, this was Sunday, it's Tuesday, I can do it as soon as I want now, so I just hit public and bang. That's it, kids. That is how you publish it. It even gives you the option to share it. I usually share it to my Facebook page because I want my friends there to see it. Nobody ever watches them, but I invite them anyway. It's kind of like, inviting everybody to a party and nobody shows up. It's my luck. So I usually say something along, whenever it goes, another from Sunday's show. And post. And that's it. Now I post it on YouTube. I post it on Facebook. I've got the clips on Twitch. Done. It's that simple. And there's no reason not to do this. In fact, I think the best thing about it is you get to pick what's in the clips. That's going to get people interested in your stream because you're going to be able to say, this is what I want you to see. This is what I want you to get excited about in my stream. And they have these little clips. It brings them in. And the clips become much easier to watch. They don't have to sit through an entire hour to see this. They can just go through and pick out the clips they want to see. If they enjoy them, now they have a reason to come to your stream live. That's my theory. I'm sticking to it. World Anvil and Great GM stream to Twitch and YouTube at the same time. Yeah, they all have. So, that's... I don't think there's really much of a problem streaming, but I think the archiving and publishing is the issue. So keep yourself out of trouble. Don't publish on YouTube until at least 24 hours after you have done the stream. So far in the poll here, right now it's a tie between KASC and Kahuna Quiet. I feel like that should be said almost like one of those, love songs. Kahuna Quiet. The Quiet Storm. So we'll see whether there's 2 people on here, I think, who have not voted. So if you have not, you still have your chance. Remember, it's ! Vote, and then give it your option of no, KAHU, KASC, or other. And you can, if it's other, you can tell me a choice. Although right now there's only 2 votes that I haven't seen, and I don't know if they're still here. So, Siobhan, thank you for all the Kahuna crowns, because you guys put us over the top for the free stuff challenge. So, gosh, I guess I need to do free stuff. Huh. Magic mug time. Yep, that's what it is. It's magic mug time. I still have not ordered tiki mugs because been on the expensive side, and I'm not sure I can get it past Mrs. Kahuna yet. So we're going to do one of my magic mugs. 1 vote either way to keep it tied with those last 2 votes. Well, yeah, it's just it. If we get one, yeah, if we get 1 vote on either one of those, we're done. All right, let's see. So what we're going to do is a mug with my mug. So we are going to start the giveaway. And let's see here. Cancel. I gotta edit the giveaway here because we don't have 40 minutes. We have all of 15 to do this giveaway. That's what I'm saying. So 15 minutes. I think all of you can hit raffle by then. Come on. There we go. Save. All right. So here we go. The raffle is not quite open. Oh, I forget it keeps doing this. Yes, every time I do one of these, I have to just simply order one. If you do your own merch, which, you know, I've got a mug and stickers at the moment. If you do your own merch, why are you not working? There you go. If you do your own merch through Streamlabs, the nice thing about it is when you do a giveaway, you can do it one at a time. So you don't have to order a ton of them. You just pay for them before you start the giveaway, or as you start the giveaway. And you go that way. And it doesn't like... Bear with me. Oh. That would be the problem. Alright. Okay, so once I get my info in, we will order it. Wow. It's looking like an earthquake because I'm bouncing the desk. Ooh, that was a kind of a cool looking thing, wasn't it? My hand is kind of morphing all over the place. I'm having a... Siobhan, thank you so much for subscribing. That's awesome. You guys really, you know... I think we streamers have been very lucky that we have such a supportive community and that everybody is really so awesome on here. I can't say enough. You guys are great. And I appreciate all of you so much. I don't think I could have told you 6 months ago I would be streaming. And certainly not streaming hours every day. I think my wife couldn't have told you that and would have thought I was nuts. Alright, so any second now, the raffle will start, and you will have to enter your raffle information. The giveaway has started. You should see an announcement shortly. That's it! Go! DM Stretch gets the first one in. No, Siobhan gets the first one in. And then a DM Stretch. We have Siobhan in the lead, and then DM Stretch. Siobhan and DM Stretch. Horse racing. Sorry. So if you're here, make sure you get raffle. Let's see. Oh, Dizzy's not here. Dizzy has won twice. Sticker and a mug. It's like crazy. So I can close the free stuff. And we'll start another one. And we'll do more of those things. All right, so DM Stretches in, Siobhan's in there. So anybody else, make sure you get in there. Dazzly, get yours in there. Because all it happens is at the end, I say it's closed, it picks a winner. And then it actually sends you to their, to the Streamlabs merch site. And you just put in your information and it ships it out to you. That's it. Done. It's that simple. That's why I like it. There's probably better ones. And at some point when, I make enough in a month that I can buy a bunch of tiki mugs, then I'll probably just buy them in bulk and not do it through Streamlabs. But, it is what it is. So, I'm hoping the YouTube thing and the Twitch thing was helpful to you. I got some great tips. Sable had some great tips. So, yes, the I Was There mug is the magic mug. So it looks black, but when you put heat in it, my face shows up. Because that's what you need in the morning to wake you up is my face. So, nectar of the gods. Writing wise, it's funny, all this week I've been trying to write. I have been on one scene on a chapter of my story now for 3 days. And we'll have to use it on stream. Done. No, not mead. No, Coca-Cola. It's because it sounds almost Hawaiian or Jamaican, depending on your accent. Oh, it's the Coca-Cola. Not the Uncola. The Uncola nut. I'm probably too old for most of you to remember. Yes, Coca-Cola, because it sounds almost like something from Hawaii. Coconuts. Did I ever mention that I've never been to Hawaii and actually don't have a whole lot of desire? I actually got the nickname Kahuna because I like wearing Hawaiian shirts a lot. I haven't worn them on stream lately, but I like Hawaiian shirts a lot. That's kind of dressing up for me. So I got Kahuna, and then, Kahuna is, if I'm playing in a computer game or something, Kahuna is my player name. Always. The true nectar of the gods is definitely mead. Preferably drank from a drinking horn. I actually have some mead downstairs in my fridge that I made coming up on 2 years ago, almost 3. We're just waiting for it to settle down because it's been a little on the hot side. Recently gave up drinking Coke because I was drinking too much. A 1.5 liter bottle a day. That's about. I was drinking the 1 1/4 ones for a long time, one a day. Now I've actually slowed down quite a lot. I use these iron flasks, and I've mentioned them on stream before. I can fill it about halfway up with ice. This is a 40 ouncer. I can fill it halfway up with ice, and then the rest with Coke. It will keep it cold till the next morning. And I find I actually drink less of it because I'm drinking through the straw, and I have to go down. So one of these, which probably only is about 20 ounces of Coke when I fill it, will last me most of the day into the evening. So I'm using probably 32 ounces of Coke a day, so it's actually cut down my consumption of Coke, which is good. But man, it just nothing tastes that good. You drink 2 liters a day? Stop! Okay. Now, when I was younger, yeah, I was bad about that. I used to drink the super big gulps, the 64 ounce things, those, the bucket. I used to drink 2 of those a day without a problem. Not so much anymore. I've slowed down quite a bit. And the thing is, I haven't been as active. I'm sitting at my desk most of the day, so not as active. Although if it's a hot day out and I'm working out in the yard, yeah, I'll do a 2 liter without thinking. But I'll also do Gatorade on top of it. Got myself hooked on it. Got withdrawal if I didn't drink it. It's funny. I need some type of caffeine. I was doing Monster. There was the Ultra Red, which is kind of a fruit punch flavor. It's actually tasty. I actually like it. And it's sugar-free. But what I found was I got addicted to that caffeine level. Oh, my God, did I get on that caffeine level. And I found if I didn't have caffeine in the morning, I was a cranky SOB. Yeah, not good. So I had to stop with the Monster. I still have a few cans of it, and if I get really desperate, I grab one, but whew. And considering I have a heart condition, Monster is not something you really want to get addicted to. Let's see. Caused stomach issues, which was only fixed by drinking more. Ooh. My big problem when I was a bachelor was I would drink this tub of Coke before I went to bed. And so I was lying in bed with the corrosive nature of Coca-Cola sitting in my stomach and not draining. And so I developed an ulcer for a little while. And so I had to really haul myself back from drinking it before bed. I still drink it in bed now. I just don't drink a 64-ounce bucket of it before I go to bed. I'll have it by the bedside. I have soda once every 2 weeks, sometimes twice, but that's it. Yeah, a lot of people cut back. It's good for you. I'm lucky. This is really my only vice. I don't do candies. I will occasionally, if I do, it's going to be a dark chocolate, which I don't need a lot of. My vices tend to be this and cheese. Also great for a guy with a heart condition. But I like the hard cheeses, which are not as fatty and not as bad for you. So, developed an ulcer from drinking Coke, then burned the ulcer out by drinking Coke. Well, okay then. Yes, 64 ounces is about 2 liters. Yeah, just shy of a 2-liter bottle. Yeah. Now, here's the funny thing. I cannot drink Pepsi. A, I don't like the taste. But B, it has an effect on my gastrointestinal tract that is just short of, shall we say, explosive. It's bad. Oh my, it's bad. Medical reasons can make you change your habits. Yeah. A lot of my changes in diet have come from medical reasons. And, the interesting thing is I don't do a lot of carbohydrates. That was one of my changes. My wife could go vegetarian. If I do that much vegetables, I come apart and I actually gain weight. It's weird. I gain weight. Her, she can eat them all the time. The flip side is I can eat as much protein as I want and I lose weight. My wife, and I'm not talking necessarily keto, but I have to have a predominantly protein diet, and that just completely jacks up her stomach. So this is a whole different kind of Kahuna HELP. I took the Pepsi challenge twice and failed, according to them. Yeah, they call it fail when you pick the competitor. Stopped when my teeth started stinging every day. Ooh. Same with Pepsi. Stomach gets just real interesting. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's Pepsi bad. I don't know what it is. I think it's the carbonation. I think it's the way they carbonate. I don't know why. But it's Pepsi products. Mountain Dew will do the same thing to me. And Sierra Mist will do the same thing to me. It is weird. I think it's just however they manage to do their carbonation is weird. Who'd have thought this is where we go with Kahuna HELP, huh? All right. If you have not entered the raffle, you still have time. There's 4 minutes and 40 seconds left. Remember, ! raffle to try to win the mug, the magic mug. Let me see. I think we may just be about done with the polls. Let's see if the poll is closed. Survey says, yes, the poll is closed. So, the poll, the results are no, keep Kahuna quiet, gets 2 votes. Yes, change it to KASC Kahuna Radio, gets 2 votes. And Kahuna Radio KAHU gets 1. No one offered another choice, so it's a tie. So, I guess we're going to stay with Kahuna quiet for now. Barbarossa, you need some help? We have a minute. We have a few minutes here. What do I think makes settings interesting? All right. First of all, what's interesting as a GM or as a writer is not necessarily interesting to a player or a reader. So that's one thing to keep in mind. So what makes them interesting for me? One, can I picture the place? If the writer's done a great job, I can picture the setting just from the description. But I don't need to have it down to the last detail. I don't know if you've ever tried reading Jules Verne's 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. It's a slog. Movie was interesting, but the book is hard because he goes in depth into books about oceanography and about different elements of ocean biology, and why the story is just, he goes off, he'll do an entire chapter on what's in a certain book and never come back to it. Yeah, way slog. So watch your detail level. A level of detail that slows the story down will take me out of a setting. I don't care how interesting. Moby Dick is another one. Yeah, too much. The detail is wonderful, except when it gets so far down the line that you can't enjoy the story. It's like, oh, look at all this detail. What was the story about again? If I have to be reminded of the story after looking at a setting, I'd fail. So my way of doing it, and not everybody can do this, so I'm not saying it's the right way for anyone. This is how I do it, is I look at it cinematically. Not as in writing a screenplay, but as in, can I picture it? What could I picture if I took a freeze frame of a setting? What can I see? Not down to the last detail, because, yeah, it's a freeze frame, but remember, in a movie, it keeps moving, so you can't sit there and describe everything. So what would I see if I was moving through this? That's for the physical description. The more interesting settings will have the other elements, the other senses. What does it smell like? What does it feel like? Is it humid? Are the walls wet? Is it arid and dry? Is the air filled with grit from sand? What does it feel like? What does it smell like? Is it a sewer? Is it a rose garden? Is it a pine forest? Those little details, all by themselves, change the setting and make it something different and make it very easy to understand without going into the scent of the pine sap oozed from the pores of the bark, dripping down the tree. Look, it's pine sap, and all you needed me to know is it's a pine forest. Okay? Ease up on the sap. Told I'm good at setting description while keeping pacing good. That's an awesome piece of feedback then. Found books not enough detail for creating a C2. Yeah, and that's kind of what I'm going at here, is that if you don't, you have to create enough detail to see the scene, not so much that you get bogged down in that setting. So, what does it smell like? What does it feel like? What does it look like? Think of the fight. What do they hear? Dripping water. The creaking of boards. Do they hear the clanking of metal? Again, you don't need to have massive detail, but just enough to tell the story of the location, of the setting, without slowing the story down. Yeah, what are the sounds? Yeah, I mean, the sounds... Sound's an interesting one, because sound can actually change the perception of a location more than sight can. You can see something. You know, there's a classic thing, and you can find examples of this online, where they'll take a clip of a movie and they'll play one soundtrack beneath it. Then they'll take the same exact clip and play a different soundtrack, and the tone of what you see changes completely based on the sound that you hear. One can make it look like it's a happy time, and there's, somebody standing, you see a girl napping under a tree, and you see a guy standing near the tree, standing, and his shirt's kind of billowing a little bit, and it's kind of romantic music. Take the same thing and put horror music behind it. And now that guy is not a romantic interest. He's a killer. Same image. Different sounds. And you can hear sounds. Remember, this is a great feature you can use. Water carries sound. You can hear sounds across a lake much easier than you could across a parking lot because the water reflects the sound. Sounds underwater carry for miles. So, sounds can be early clues as to what is coming. So, use sounds. So, touch all the five senses. When it comes to environments like buildings, give enough information about the building to understand what it's for. If you say it's a pub, well, most everybody understands what a pub is. Okay? But if you say it's a dirty pub, different image, right? Or a seedy pub. Or this was an elegant establishment. It could be the same building, but how you make those slight changes in description sets the tone for the whole place. The air was always acrid in Lower Sharpsworth in the afternoon. Candlelight danced in the open windows as black, smoggy overcast filled the sky. The distant sound of forges and furnaces echoed and a loud steam whistle screamed. Okay. That's a good one. Let me give you my little bit of critique here. And just a little, because I don't really like critiquing people's writing. Don't get too florid. When I see the air was always acrid in Lower Sharpsworth in the afternoon, a lot of people, a lot of readers aren't going to know acrid. Okay? They're not going to know that it's a pungent, kind of acidic scent that is just kind of rank. They're not going to get that. I'm not saying write down to a reader, but write in a sense that they're not, that at least half of your readers are not going to look at a word and go, acrid. Acrid. I think I know what that means. Okay? You might be writing you might want to have somebody, really educated reading this. But remember, not everybody's going to be. And I don't want to talk down about anybody, but not everybody's going to be. You need to write in a way so you could give different descriptions, and those descriptions can add to it. It's like the air had a sharp, pungent scent that attacked the nose. Now I just said acrid, right? But I gave it in a way that actually gave you... Acrid says, here's a description of a scent. Sharp, pungent, attacking the nose gives you the scent and the visual of it. It's being attacked. That make sense? I like the candlelight dancing in the open windows as a black, smoggy overcast filled the sky. I would probably flip the last sentence with that sentence. The distant sound of forges and furnaces echoed and a loud steam whistle screamed. Candlelight danced in the open windows as black, smoggy overcast filled the sky. Because you get black, smoggy overcast, like, why? Why is it black, smoggy overcast? Then you tell them about the forges. If you do it the other way around, natural progression. Distant sound of forges and furnaces. Oh, okay, this is a town where there's a lot of forges and furnaces. Oh, yeah, there's a smoggy overcast. I get it. So the picture builds. It was an elegant establishment in its day. There you go. That's a great one. What does that tell you in just that, what is that, 7 words? 8 words? What does that tell you about the establishment? It was a nice place back then. It's not any longer. Now, you need to establish then where has the difference become? How different is it from where it was? But you've established it's not what it was. Great description line. I like that one. There goes half my novel. Don't think of it that way, okay? If you're writing for a certain audience and you're using language that audience is used to, that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. I will tell you that I tend to shoot for about 8th grade level. Because the vast majority of people, that's where they're at. When it comes to comfortable reading. Some of us can read technical manuals and actually understand them and have no problem. That's probably not the majority. You can write to college level, but you're probably going to lose some people. And if you're writing your novel for someone to enjoy and have fun with, don't let your use of vocabulary be the stumbling block rather than the building block. I'm going to have to trademark that one. If you use acrid, the other senses help to describe it. The acrid air stung the nostrils. That's not a bad one. That is now run down. That's right. Elegant establishments day that is now run down. Correct. Aloha, AJ. Almost the end of the stream and you missed the raffle. Dude! I find that a fair number of fantasy writers use similar words. Then great. Especially if they're ones you enjoy. Because that means if you're writing like they do, then the people who enjoy theirs are likely going to enjoy yours. That's why I say I don't like doing critiques necessarily. I just make suggestions. But I see a lot of times, Siobhan, you said yourself, you've read 20,000 Leagues, right? I mean, that gets really, really hard to read. A lot of it's vocabulary. A lot of it's discussion of stuff that is just, it's out here, right? It doesn't, but he didn't write it for the reader. He wrote it for himself. Sorry, I was working in housework. Yeah, well, I know about housework. I was doing the Kahuna lair all weekend. Silmarillion, I've never read Silmarillion, but I think it's kind of a slog. That's my impression of it without having read it. But then I find Tolkien, as a rule, kind of a slog. Great world building, not so great writing, in my opinion. I know, hate mail's coming. Everybody's going to unsubscribe because I just said I don't like Tolkien. Reads like a college-level history text. Yeah, see, maybe that's fun for some people. I don't find it fun. I read for enjoyment. If I want to read a textbook, I'll read a textbook. But I read for enjoyment. I don't want to read a college-level history text. That's me. Barbarossa, I hope that helped. I hope that gave you some ideas there. Tolkien did great with Hobbit. Lord of the Rings was great as a film. Book-wise, a little hard to get into. Yeah, see, that's just... Yeah. Again, the world building there was amazing. There's so much backstory. He just tried to tell it all. Read it in 7th grade and understood it. Yeah. Love Tolkien, but he did write for his day. He, in fact, wrote for his kids, but the language was different back then. This is true. Love the essence of Tolkien, not the slog. There you go. Yeah, it's like, these are some awesome stories. Good God, they're not fun to read. But the movies are great because they're great translations visually. He wrote things that could be done much better visually, I think. Just like I think some movies were better as books, I think some books end up being better as movies because they can tell the story in a way that does it more justice. It's hard to put the detail of a movie into a book. The visual detail. Because if you're going to try to describe all that, you're going to lose the story. Lord of the Rings movie were okay. The Hobbit was heresy. Okay. Yeah, I'm not going to argue on that one. Hobbit film was interesting twist. I haven't seen it. I've seen The Lord of the Rings. I have not seen... I've seen the 3 of them. I have not seen The Hobbit. Love industrial areas. Never grew up in an area, but I loved exploring places like that, like old rail depots or gasworks. Weird obsession with Victorianism. That's cool. There's a lot of detail there. The other thing to look for with Victorianism is why things happened. Victorianism had an undercurrent of, shall we say, naughtiness that was hidden by a veil. So there are lots of things that were done almost as double entendres. And so anything you can do with Victorian, you can kind of twist into two different meanings all the way around. And it doesn't necessarily have to be, you know, a sexy meaning. It's just they always like to have those things that had double meanings. Love them all, even the old animated films. It's been a while since I've seen any of the animated ones. Cartoon film was amazing, always comes first. The trilogy was interesting, had behind-the-scenes stories we were not aware of. Yeah, and then that's one thing where movies and the big movies can do it, is they can show you pieces where they thought, hey, you probably didn't ever catch this, so this is an answer we're going to give you. All right, guys, I am over on time. Who's up next? What does it look like? It looks like it's Harold's Table should be up. Is that so? If somebody can check that for me while I do our thing here, because I have to find out who is getting a mug. Dun, 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 dun. And the winner of a mug with my mug on it is Siobhan! All right, I'm holding it to you. Siobhan, you won the mug. You got to hold it up on stream when you get it. So, Siobhan, that is your link. Click on it. It's going to take you straight to the Streamlabs store. It's going to have a credit there for you for the mug. Order the mug. Put in your information. It'll ship it straight to your house, straight from the factory. The mug with my mug on it when you get it nice and warm with your warm beverage of choice. So, congratulations, Siobhan. Well, guys, this has been a really fun stream. We've covered a lot of stuff, from YouTube to gastrointestinal problems from Pepsi to scene scenario writings or setting writings. So that is a really fun stretch there. So let's set up to raid Harold's Table, and I have to type it correctly or it will be another failure. And when my computer catches up, no, not Ryud. Apparently I added a U to raid. Raid Harold's Table. It's Harold's Table. Raid Harold's Table. Okay. Before I hit the raid, I want to say thank you to all you guys. If you have nothing to do during the day or you're waiting for a stream, whatever, come on over and during the week and check out Kahuna Quiet. Like I said, I can chat in the chat all day long. I just can't talk during that. We will call it Kahuna Quiet for now, since that was the vote. And we'll keep it there. And, I'll have to put something up that says, we're keeping the name because we voted that way. All right. You guys, it was a fun stream today. Next stream is Friday. That is the live from the Kahuna lair. We will have more of Mrs. Kahuna. Don't know how long she's going to sit in on that one, but last time she thought she was going to sit in for 10 minutes and stay the entire stream. And she is an English teacher, and she's got some great insights into more technical aspects of writing. So please, by all means, be there. She's great at answering questions. Kahuna Quiet is what we went for. Yeah, Kahuna Quiet is the stream I do, and it's a long one. 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. My wife is a teacher. She teaches right behind me on the other side of the green screen, so I can't talk because she's got virtual classrooms going. So it's a quiet stream. I play music, which she can't hear. And we've kind of called it Kahuna Radio a little bit. But I'll play music, but I can chat in the stream. And if somebody asks questions and I can show it on screen, I'm more than happy to do that as well. I just can't talk. The mic is off for those, 7 hours. So I'm literally I've been online the last 2 days, 7 hours straight. I'll be right back tomorrow at 8 a.m. 8 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Eastern, and that makes it, 3 o'clock in London. So, do I have a link to merch? Well, funny you should ask. Hang on a second here. I will put that in there. The link to merch should be bow. Aloha Barbarossa. Thank you for coming. Great question, by the way. I hope we were able to help you out. And guys, like I said, show up at Kahuna quiet. If not, I will see you live from the Kahuna Lair on Friday. Let's go raid. Give him a big aloha. And I am going to go have dinner before Mrs. Kahuna beats me over the head with a spoon. Have a great day, guys.